welcome to the Rev Fishing channel.
Today we will share information about around the sea world.
Let's explore the sea.
Sheepshead fishing. There are many strange looking critters out there that are worth targeting. With their unusual coloring and a full set of human-like teeth, sheepshead have definitely earned their place on this list. Sheepshead fishing is popular for many reasons. For one, they're really tasty, they are also easy to find. And finally, you can fish for them any time of year. They simply tick all the boxes. When it comes to actually catching these fish, you're in for a challenge. They'll take a good long look at your setup, and if they see anything out of the ordinary, you're out of luck. This makes the art of disguise essential, along with some good old patience. Where can sheepshead be caught? Sheepshead live in coastal Atlantic waters, from Nova Scotia all the way to Brazil. They're especially popular in the Gulf of Mexico, and you'll find the greatest numbers around southwest Florida. They live in waters of varying depths, from shallow backwaters to around offshore reefs a few miles from land. Sheepshead gather near reefs, docks, and pilings, as well as hard or rocky bottoms that have deep holes and channels in them. They tend to avoid strong currents, so be sure to look for them around the backside, where they're more protected. The more barnacles a dock has, the better. This indicates rich feeding grounds for them. Where can sheepshead be caught? This is a fish you can target year-round in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean, but some months are better than others. 1. Spring. This is a great time for some heavy fishing. March and April are when these beautiful creatures head out to spawn. This means one thing: they're hungry and abundant. Finding the spawning grounds isn't hard as long as they didn't move far from shore. Look for any underwater structure and you're in for a lot of fun. 2. Summer. When summer comes, sheepshead change their feeding habits. You'll notice large numbers of them following the high tide into the flats and grass. This means that you'll find them in shallow inshore waters. Using fiddler crabs to entice their bite will yield some great results. 3. Fall. As the weather starts cooling in fall, we slowly enter sheepshead high season. They feed on crustaceans around rocky structures, piers, and docks. The fall run starts in late September and continues into the winter sheepshead fishing frenzy. 4. Winter. The best time to go fishing for sheepshead is in the winter months. This is when you can find them in the inshore shallows. You'll find them around dock and bridge pilings, mangroves, and any other structure that provides shelter and food. Sheepshead fishing tackle. If you're already an avid inshore angler, then you can count on the same gear you would use to catch species like redfish and speckled trout. That's likely to be a 5/7 medium heavy rod, spinning or casting, paired with a 3000 series reel. In most cases, the line should be 10-15 mono or braided. If you're targeting really big sheepshead or fishing some serious structure, opt for a beefier rod and 20-30 braid. Remember, sheepshead are easily spooked, so a heavy, braided line floating in crystal clear water could be enough to make them keep their distance. Be open to experimenting with your tackle until you find what works. It's tedious but makes this fish all the more rewarding when you catch it. What is the best bait to use for sheepshead? Sheepshead earned the nickname convict fish due to their stripes, but this name is also fitting for another reason. They're notorious bait thieves. Despite munching on crustaceans all day, they'll bite your bait very lightly. This makes them hard to detect, which is how they got so good at stealing bait. Sheepshead like to bottom feed on mollusks and crustaceans. Those pearly whites aren't just for show. Depending on the area, this means they're foraging for crabs, clams, oysters, shrimp, and barnacles. Fiddler crabs tend to be the bait of choice for sheepshead, along with live or dead shrimp. Bait selection depends on what's naturally available in the area. Whatever it is, be sure to bury the hook in it. You don't want to give this fish anything to be suspicious about. If you're using live shrimp, pinch off the tail flippers and thread it on your hook. You can rig fiddler crabs by feeding your hook right through the bottom, or from the side start. Break the large claw off of male fiddlers for best results. It's very popular to chum for sheepshead. In fact, some say this is the best technique. A good sheepshead chum can be made by grinding up any of the natural baits mentioned above. But it's cheaper to use barnacles scraped off a bridge piling or fresh oyster shells. Cast your chum up current to any type of structure or hard bottom you're fishing. How to fish for sheepshead. Hooking an avid bait thief like sheepshead takes a bit of patience. Give this fish a chance to nibble before you try to set your hook. Make sure you keep your rod tip low and maintain tension while you wait, since this will allow you to feel the bite better. Once the fish starts to move away with the bait, you'll feel a sudden change in the weight at the end of your line. Due to the fact that these fish have such tough mouths, many people think you have to tug the rod forcefully. But with a sharp enough hook and careful timing, simply lifting your rod up should be enough. One last tip, don't dip the rod as you're trying to set the hook, or you'll just lose the fish.
Thanks for watching this video.
Don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe this channel.
See you later!